Hello everyone, my name is Dale and today on Inception Gaming I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to tame up the Triceratops. So jumping straight into the facts and details of the Triceratops guys, first one being that it is indeed grouped as a dinosaur. The diet of the Triceratops is of course a herbivorous diet. And the temperament of the Triceratops is docile, meaning that you can do pretty much whatever you want around this creature. I don't know why it's blue. You can do whatever you want to around the creature. Obviously, as soon as you attack it, though, it will then become hostile and attack you back. And they're actually they actually attack in packs. So if there are more than one Triceratops in the area, and you attack one of the Triceratops, all of them will actually group on and attack you, and actually charge you as well. So, of course, is the Triceratops tameable? It is indeed. Is it rideable? Yes, you can actually make a saddle for this puppy. And of course, this guy is breedable as well. There's another one over there. And the breeding works with the egg method as opposed to the live young. So the taming method of the Triceratops is, of course, the knockout method, which means that he is not torpor immune. You can knock this guy out. And the preferred kibble of the Triceratops is the simple kibble. So one up from basic is the second tier of kibble in the game. Failing that, of course, if you do not have the kibble readily available or readily made up, you can, of course, use major berries, which is the second best food to use for this guy. So when it comes to taming the Triceratops, guys, to make your life easy, just do one at a time. If you're in a very big rush to get some more Triceratops, make sure you've got some tribe mates or you've got some serious tranquilizing arrows or darts to take these guys out. The tranquilizing can take a little bit of time sometimes, depending on the level of the Triceratops. The second thing, of course, that you will need is going to be some kind of tranquilizing method, whether you've got a good crossbow and a tranquilizing arrow, or whether you've even gone down the lines of the long neck rifle, which you can unlock at level 35, and the tranquilizer darts at level 62, then you're probably going to have a hard time taming one of these guys up. But the tranquilizing arrows with a crossbow, with a nice good crossbow, will do you just fine for this one. The next thing that you're going to need, of course, is going to be some kind of taming food. I'm going to be using major berries in this particular video, but if you guys have got the kibble readily available, or if you don't have major berries, just come over to a bush and harvest the bush with your bare hands, and you will eventually collect more major berries, just like I did there. So, taming up the Triceratops, guys, you can do this one of two ways, and I will show you both. And this is the reason why I've come over to this guy, who is a particularly low level. It's a level 12 Triceratops. So the first time I do this, I'm actually going to just use the crossbow and the tranquilizing arrows. Now, bearing in mind, guys, that I have got very slightly different settings to you, of which you can check up in the cards above. And of course, my crossbow is actually an apprentice level crossbow, so it will deal more damage, meaning it will inflict more torpidity per shot as well. So just please bear that in mind. This may look a lot easier than what you will encounter. So to take this guy out, guys, you're just going to want to simply kite him away. So go at quite a distance, if you can, and then fire the first shot. Hopefully you'll land it. And with it being a low level, you're just going to want to wait a couple of seconds. Oh, okay, this guy's gone down already, so that's going to be linked to my settings, and it's going to be linked to the apprentice crossbow as well. If you don't have very high settings, what I would have done there is I would have shot the first one, and as he was coming towards me, I would have shot another one, and then as he got close to me, I would have shot a third one, and then I would have moved out of the way as quick as I could, gone around the back of him so that he's turning. These guys have quite a slow turning circle and quite a large turning radius as well. And so they find it difficult to chase after you sometimes. If it's a high level, however, it's obviously going to do a lot more damage. You will get hit using that method. So when you're doing it with a high level one, I'd probably recommend using method 2, which I'll show you in a sec. But once you've gone ahead and knocked this guy out, go ahead and pop the berries into his inventory, and he'll go ahead and scram straight down on them. Alright guys, so once the first Triceratops are tamed up, if this is the method that you've gone down, you can do one of two things here. You can make up the saddle, put it on this low level Triceratops, and then use this Triceratops to tame up your next one, which is very easily done because when you're on the Triceratops riding it, you can actually equip your weapons as a bit of a battle mount. If you're not going to do that, then just leave him somewhere safe on neutral, and then go ahead and find yourself your next Triceratops. Alright, so I've got two Triceratops here. I've got a female level 36 over there and a female level 44 over here, okay? So they're two quite close together, a little bit too close together, unless you're, of course, using this particular method. So the first thing that you're going to want to go ahead and do is you want to craft yourselves up a thatch foundation, a thatch wall, and a thatch ceiling. Okay, and you can use wood or stone or metal or any material. It doesn't really matter, but thatch is nice and cheap, so it makes this method nice and easy to do. And of course, to make those guys, you just need some fiber, thatch, and wood. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a little, like a C shape with these. So if I go ahead and place this down sort of here at the top of the hill, I know where it is and I can come back to it. And you place the wall sort of on the side like this. And then if you place that one up there, you've crafted yourself like a reverse C or a C if you're on this side, okay? And what this does is this can be ran through by the player, but when the Triceratops will hit this, they're just going to hit it and it's going to ask them to turn around. The game mechanics is going to force the Triceratops to turn around, okay? And this is how you can tame up quite a high-level Triceratops without the need of another dinosaur. Okay, it's probably gone behind the rocks, okay? So what we can do here, right, is we're in a very fortunate position here, okay? So we can actually use this distance that we've got on this Triceratops to lower it over to the right place, okay? So equip your tranquilizing arrows or whatever you're using to knock out this guy, and go ahead and shoot him from a distance like that, okay? He's going to immediately start running towards us. I'm just going to go... I'm not going to shoot him again. I don't want him to knock out so that you guys can see how this works. He's charging. He's charging right at us. He's going to hit this, just like so, and he's broken it. We can turn... And it's forcing him to turn around like this. Yeah? And this is where you might want to use like a higher one if they're using that charge. It gives you that extra little bit of time to use your arrows to go ahead and take this guy out. Just like so. So it gives you... Oh, the other one's coming. So you're just going to want to make sure... So as he's turning here, notice how his turning circle is like really bad. If you stay quite close to him as well. This was going to be my third method, but I guess we're doing it now. Is he'll just keep on turning around and then eventually he runs away. Tranquilizers get into him and he's down. And that was actually the third method. So that was the second and third method all in one go. So obviously the level of the dinosaur is going to depend on the damage it'll do to the thatch foundation and what have you. Which is where you might need to use the wood or the stone or the metal. I probably recommend wood or higher in this instance because he obviously demolished that in one charge and he's only level 36. So, but once you've done either one of them two guys, just go ahead and again place the berries in their inventories, and just like so, you'll get them taming up nice and quickly, like so. And obviously that was method 2. That's probably what I would recommend as method 2 if you're having a hard time, is make that C sort of foundation, and then you can just keep on running through it, and as soon as they turn around, it'll sort of force them around to come and get you, and then you just walk straight back through it and it'll force them around again. The charge is actually quite unfortunate. That's probably the distance that we had between us and the dinosaur, but if you're quite close to it, then that one works really, really well. And obviously method 3 is where you stay relatively close to the side of the dinosaur and just keep on spinning around with it as it's spinning around you. And that one's really, really effective, actually. That one is probably the go-to if you don't have materials. All right, then, guys. I just wanted to show you method 2 one more time, where I'm using a little bit of a higher foundation level than the thatch. So, again, I'm just using wood this time. It's got a lot more health on the wood. It's got 15,000 health per wood sort of foundation, whereas the thatch has only got 2,400. So it's actually got over 10 times the amount of health. So again, with the Triceratops, guys, you just want to lure him over towards being in line with where you are. The first thing, of course, you just want to make sure is that there are no other trikes in the area, because this will ruin with your plans quite badly. All right, we're good. So I'm going to get him over to this area first by shooting him at quite a distance. And if he does charge, so he's charging. I'm actually just going to dodge this as much as possible. Done like a master. Okay, so I'm going to go and get his attention because he's obviously aggroed onto something else at the moment. So let's just go and grab him. It looks like he's running away from something. Okay, well, if this happens, obviously just go ahead and shoot him like crazy. Now he's onto us. Yeah, here we go. So now he's onto us. Okay, so I'll show you how this foundation thing works. I'm not going to go too far away just in case he charges again. He's coming right for us, and he's charging. And even when he's charged like so, he's actually dazed us, and he's locked in place, and he's down, just like that. So this guy has actually just been using... Yeah, look at his stamina. His stamina is incredibly low, which is probably why he actually knocked out incredibly easily. So I guess you could try to incorporate that into your plans as well, but obviously in the instance that doesn't happen, and he just runs towards you and he comes into this thing, he will obviously, I mean, he got stuck there, but he should in theory go around it and then come back to this side, and then you just keep on running back and forth through this trap, and he'll never get you. He'll absolutely never get you. Why is this Dino so incredible? I'm gonna have you. Nice. And there we have it, everyone. So this is how you tame up Triceratops in multiple different ways. Of course, I would recommend Method 3 to anybody who's taming up any level Triceratops. It's the biggest risk-free way of taming up a Triceratops if you can get it right. So if you want to practice on a low level, then probably do that if you know that you can kill it nice and easy. And then when you get your high level, probably even max level Triceratops, you can go ahead and do it with a little bit of experience. But guys, I really hope you found this video helpful. Go ahead and leave a like if you did. Comment down below if you have any questions or if I've missed anything out, or if you've just generally got any questions about how to tame up the Triceratops or anything else, I suppose. And of course, subscribe and just ding the little notification bell as well so that you don't miss any future upcoming video releases. Guys, my name is Dale on Inception Gaming once again. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.